Hi, and welcome to my blog. Today's post is called Christmas in Italy, 2008. And it's the final in my travel series. Why? I'm not the kind of person with friends who own holiday properties overseas, just not the circles I run in. I am, however, the kind of person who's prepared to rely on others' international holiday home connections. So when my friend Judy's friend bought a flat in the village of Todi in Italy's central province of Umbria, I knew one day I'd have to stay there. When? I guess I'd always dreamed that I would get there with Judy herself. Judy was also at ICLI, the international organization, and we'd traveled several times for work together. Unfortunately, by the time I was prepared to travel to Todi, it was 5 years after Judy's untimely cancer death. I decided it would be a good choice for a Christmas vacation, and Greg, my Christmas companion, was keen to join me. That was 2008. Who? Greg was living in the UK, and so we connected in the Rome airport, giggling as we saw each other in the arrivals area, counting, as we always did, the number of airports we'd met in. There are few people whom I can travel with, and Greg is one of them. While our lives have taken very different directions, literally and metaphorically, we have a shared travel sensibility and see the absurdity of the same things. Memorable moments. We arrived on December 23rd and drove north to the town of Todi and found our home for a week, the Borgo Medieval at Torre Gentile, a short drive out from Todi. We were delighted with the balance of rustic and modern of the town and of our place. We had, as we always do, absolutely no agenda for the week. Hiking up and down the narrow stone streets of Todi, I saw a Christmas Eve service at one of the many Catholic churches. Not the big church. This one was on a side street. I hoped it would be more interesting and a local experience, and I wasn't disappointed. We were given the Italian side-eye by everyone as we sat through the service in a tongue we could not decipher and belted out carols, those familiar, with our English lyrics, not those being sung by everyone else. A terrific kick-off to a week of heavy Catholicism for two who could at best be called cultural Protestants. The Borgo was an old villa divided into holiday flats like ours. In the summer, travelers use a pool and enjoy walking in the countryside. For us, though, solitude was the key amenity. Solitude, but for some cats roaming through the complex. Despite strict instructions in the guest guide not to allow cats inside, one wormed her way into my heart, and before long, into our unit. Just for visits, of course, and the odd snack. It's not like we invited her to sleep in our beds or anything. She needed a name, and I had run across the best name recently in the course of my work. So my Italian cat got dubbed Juniper Lacciolento. I think we can all agree that it is a pretty darn good good name for a street cat in an Italian villa, right? One last memorable moment was waking up to snow on Boxing Day. We'd had some dreary weather since we'd landed in Rome. Not cold, not warm, not sunny, not rainy, just grim. So the blanket of December snow was gorgeous. We hunkered down for the day with wine, pasta, and cards. Not that similar to here on Candy Christmas, really. What did I learn? This was next-level learning in my seemingly unending need to know more about how Roman Catholics celebrate holidays. I was particularly fascinated by the abundance of nativity scenes, whether life-size figures in Assisi, to ceramic ones in Deruta, to Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and lowing cows fashioned from pizza dough in Orvieto. Finding them became my preoccupation, foreshadowing my current obsession with inflatable Santas, for example. You can read about that obsession in an earlier blog. Finally, I learned that the best time to explore places Christian tourists go to is the time when they're all at home celebrating with their families. We flew along the highway to Orvieto, left our car alone in the parking lot, and walked the empty streets as everyone else ate pasta with Nonna and Nono. St. Francis Church in Assisi was open, but all but deserted on Boxing Day, avoiding the queues we doubtless face any other time of the year. Florence, one of the most popular tourist destinations in Italy, was navigable on December 27th when we saw David in the Duomo with no wait times. And even the square at the Vatican, when we went on December 30th en route back to our respective cities, was almost empty. It's possible I'll never end up in Italy again. There are just so many other places to go. But I'll always remember that great week there over Christmas, a welcome slowdown from a frantic December. For those who celebrate, I wish you all a relaxed holiday. Find yourselves a street cat to befriend. Thank you for watching.